was epic. Hey everyone, so glad you guys could join us today. We are going to be going through a whole new series, okay? We have wrapped up with our last one, and now we're starting a series about unlikely heroes in the Bible. But before we get into that, into our lesson today, we're going to be starting right with worship, okay? So I need you all, once again, to stand with me so we can worship together.
Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things. 'Cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open. Strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Shout it out. Nothing is impossible. Come on, let's dance. I'm not gonna live by what I see. I'm not gonna live by what I feel. Come on, sing it. Deep down, I know that you're here with me. I know that you can do anything. Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things. 'Cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open. Strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Nothing is impossible. I'm not gonna live by what I see. I'm not gonna live by what I feel. Deep down, I know that you're here with me. I know that you can do anything. Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things. 'Cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open. Strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Nothing is impossible. Sing. I believe, I believe. I believe, I believe in you. I believe, I believe. I believe, I believe in you. I believe, I believe. I believe, I believe in you. I believe, I believe. Hey, I believe in you. Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things. 'Cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open. Strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Nothing is impossible. I believe, I believe. I believe, I believe in you. I believe, I believe. I believe, I believe in you.
My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. In the beginning, God made everything. God simply spoke and the world came to be. He sent a flood and made everything new. He parted the sea and let his people walk through. He helped a boy bring a giant right down. Joshua marched, the walls fell to the But if it's attack, I'll look you in the eye and say, my God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. God the Spirit, God the Father, God the Son. 1+1+1=1. God the Spirit, God the Father, God the Son. 1+1+1=1. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. I'm not afraid because God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do.
It is traditions time, and we have a brand new verse for our brand new series about unlikely heroes. And so the verse is, get ready, say it with me. Here we go. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. So this week, since we are kicking it off with superheroes, I want you to send me your videos with your favorite superhero costume. It can be a cape, it could be handmade, it could be a shirt, whatever it is, put that on, say the verse, send me a video to 909-767-9314. I can't wait to see all those superheroes out there.
Hello, I am Lobster Boy. I have many powers, including the ability to breathe underwater for over 30 minutes. I can even open a jar of pickles with my bare claws. Not even my dad can do that. And I can even jump up and go to the highest shelf in my kitchen and grab all the cookies and all the chips. All the way up. It's okay. You're good. You're good.
Oh, no more?
No, it's fine. It's
Okay,
fine. It's
all
fine.
right.
For I am Lobster Boy, the greatest superhero of all time. Isn't that right, Lori?
It is right. I'm very excited that I know Lobster Boy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So what makes me a hero? Well, it's actually not the cape or the headband or any of this awesome suit I'm wearing. In fact, if I take it all off, you guys can probably see it's just me. It's just Caden. I mean, you probably already guessed that already. But none of what I'm wearing makes me into a super person, right? And same when you think of all the other superheroes we love. If you think of Captain America or Batman, those are two of my favorites. Their suit isn't what gives them their powers. Their suit isn't what makes them into a hero. In fact, a lot of my favorite heroes are just everyday people like me and you. And they become those heroes by doing incredible things, by helping out people, by protecting one another, and by being courageous. So today we're going to be going into our new series and we're talking about unlikely heroes. We're starting off with Joshua, one of my favorite heroes in the Old Testament. And we're going to explore how he's just an ordinary man, just like you or me, but God uses him in incredible ways, just like he can use you in many incredible ways.
Okay, kids, are you ready? It is story time, and today I am going to be telling you about Joshua. Joshua was an ordinary guy with God on his side. He lived his life with courage and followed God. We learn about Joshua in the Old Testament, in the time of Moses and the Israelites. Moses had led the Israelites out of Egypt. They were no longer slaves, and they were headed to the new land to make their home there. God told Moses that they would be given this land called Canaan. There was just one problem. Other people were already living there. God spoke to Moses and told him to send some men into the land as spies to explore and report back. Their mission was clear. Find out what kind of people live there and where they are strong or weak. Find out what the city is like. Are the walls big or small? Find out what the land is like. Is the soil good or bad? And lastly, bring back some fruit. 12 spies set out on their mission. They went up big hills, down deep valleys, around big trees and winding paths. They explored for 40 days. They saw people that lived in Canaan. They saw the city and its walls, and they saw the land. Don't forget to bring back some fruit. They cut off a branch with a huge cluster of grapes, and 2 of them carried it all the way home. When the 12 spies returned, Moses, Aaron, and all the Israelites gathered to hear the report. We went into the land, and yes, the land is good. Look at these huge grapes. But the walls are high, and the people that live there are strong, and they're like giants. The crowd gasped and grumbled at the news. Caleb, one of the spies, spoke up and brought a good report, saying, "We should go up and take possession of this land, for we can certainly do it." Everyone repeat after me. We can certainly do it.
We can certainly do it.
The other spies didn't agree. Their report was no good at all. They said there was no way we could take them. They are stronger than us. We are like little grasshoppers compared to them. They spread the bad report among all the people. This made the Israelites afraid. They cried and they moaned. They wished they had stayed as the slaves in Egypt. They believed the bad report from the 10 of the spies. They had forgotten all the ways God had taken care of them. They had forgotten how God brought them out of Egypt and how he fed them through the wilderness. It seems that although each of the spies went to their very same land, it was as if they looked through their binoculars and saw a very different thing. Joshua, who was one of the spies that explored the land, agreed with Caleb. Joshua said to the Israelites, "Here's what I saw. The land we went through and explored is incredibly good. If the Lord is pleased with us, he will lead us into the land, and the land flowing with milk and honey, and he will give it to us. Don't be afraid of the people of the land, because we will devour them. Their protection is gone, but the Lord is with us. Do not be afraid of them." The other 10 spies looked through their binoculars, and although they were looking at the exact same land Joshua and Caleb looked at, they saw huge giants. These giants probably grew larger and larger in their imagination each time they spread the bad report. They saw obstacles and they saw defeat. They spread their fear all over the Israelite camp. No one wanted to listen to Caleb or Joshua, and no one wanted to trust God. Because of this, it would be another 40 years the Israelites could enter the land and that God had for them. Joshua and Caleb were different. They had courage and followed God. They brought a good report, and God rewarded them for it. 40 years later, it came time for the Israelite people to enter the land God had promised them. By now, Moses was very old, and it was time to choose someone new to lead the people. God saw Joshua's heart and encouraged and chose him to be the leader. God spoke to Joshua saying, "Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their ancestors to give them. Be strong and very courageous." Joshua showed great courage. He obeyed God when they led an army to march around the walls of Jericho for 6 days. On the 7th day, they sounded their trumpets, and the walls came crashing down. During a famous battle, God spoke to Joshua and said, "Don't be afraid." Joshua didn't know how his army would be able to defeat their enemy, so he prayed and asked God to make the sun stand still. God did just that. He made the sun stand still for a whole day, and Joshua's men won the battle. God was faithful to his people, and God was faithful to Joshua. Joshua, an ordinary guy, faced so many challenges, but each time he chose to have courage and trust God. Joshua was an amazing hero with God on his side. Walls fell and the sun stood. I wonder what view you have when you face a challenge. Do you see your challenge like the 10 spies and say there's no way that we can defeat them? Or do you have courage like Joshua and Caleb? With God on your side, we can have courage like Joshua. Heroes have courage. Can you say that with me? All together. Heroes have courage.
All right, so we learned a lot today, especially about Joshua, one of the coolest heroes in the Bible. And we're gonna learn about a couple more, okay? We're gonna learn about 2 more boy heroes in the Bible, and then 3 girl heroes. And the whole time we're gonna learn different lessons that God taught them and can also teach us.
So remember, heroes have courage. That's because they have their faith in God.
Amen. We'll see you guys next week.
Can't wait.